Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome you back to our rather wild adventure in Disco Elysium. Having an extremely hot week this week in Toronto. Friday continues to be absolutely boiling, but beautiful. The longest day of the year has passed us. We are now in summer. I hope you all are having a good start to it. I'm glad y'all could join me this beautiful, at least in this city, beautiful Friday morning, and I hope you're having a beautiful one yourself. Warm welcome to everyone who is hanging out in chat right off the bat. Over here we got Spindle, getting home just in time. Glad to hear it, buddy. Wickles, how's it going? Nico, oh yes, happy Midsummer. That is today, right? Or glad Midsummer. I'm sure I'm butchering the pronunciation. I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but I'm pretty sure I got the phrase right. But glad you could drop by, say hi, and hope you enjoy the celebrations. What do you get down to? I imagine it's nothing like the movie. I imagine. But what do you get down to? I'm curious. Conrado, how's it going? Sergio LP, how goes? Natalie, how fares? Hello. Seamus, I too am looking forward to seeing what could possibly like. Obviously, we're still early on in the game, so obviously things are gonna get crazier and crazier. But after last session, I'm like, geez, where does it go next? Oh man, 6X Lord, how's it going, bud? Oh, I think I missed your earlier message. Taking a look at chat, making sure, giving folks a couple minutes to join in. This is a bit of a slower morning on my end. Sorry for the 10-second delayed start. I woke up this morning and realized that I actually haven't eaten in 36 hours, and I'm still not feeling hungry, which can't be good, but I'm sure it'll manifest itself in some ways, such as the slightly delayed start. In Finland, it's a big bonfire and getting drunk typically. That sounds like an excellent way to celebrate absolutely anything. I've never been to a big bonfire. Oh, yeah, no, I've not been to a big bonfire. I've been to giant, like, effigy burnings. To clarify, religious ceremony effigy burnings, not political ones, but not big traditional bonfires where you just pile up a bunch of stuff and set it on fire. Not seen that. Wickles, the feeling is mutual. It's been a crazy week, but the Steam Summer Sale is now live. I've got a video on that out on the channel. Looking forward to doing another one actually for it, because I feel like one is just not enough, and I might release another one next week. But with that sort of out there now, I should be on the Discord more. Stress levels should be a little bit lower, even though all the wedding planning stuff is happening now, and I'm literally going tomorrow to get my measurements done for his suit. But I'm going to be a bit more present. So I do appreciate the patience on that front. Ren, haven't kept up on the first two VODs, but I'm along for the ride. Sounds good. I mean, have you played the game before, or is this your first time experiencing it at all? Jazzy B, how's it going, buddy? Glad you can make it. And I think with all those... Oh, we got Coffin Cat 666. I want to watch the stream, but I don't want to spoil because I was about to play this. That's fair. I understand, buddy. Though from what I've heard, I mean, all the playthroughs can be wildly different, but I totally understand wanting to avoid spoilers. The VODs will always be there for watching, after you're done your playthrough if you'd rather wait. Not being hungry past 24 hours is normal. It shouldn't return once it's passed. One can fast. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, it wasn't an intentional fast. It just kind of happened, I guess. Here we are. LT Ranger, or is that Lieutenant Ranger? This feels like a TV series that airs every Friday morning. Next Friday on Canadian Whoopsies, a new episode of Superstar Cop. That's always the vibe I try to go for with my live streams. Is like the once a week sit down to watch a show together. I'm glad it feels that way. And on that note, though, I say we dive on in. I think we've given it a couple minutes. I apologize for all the VOD watchers who are just like, yo, can we get started already? My apologies. But yeah, let's dive on in. Let's hit that continue button and see where things take us next. The last, we got completely distracted. When I say distracted, I mean, we as in, we still don't have a name. Our superstar cop, whose name is like, what, Golden Fire Colors, or whatever it was, got completely distracted from the case. We had a conversation with a sweet little girl outside this bookstore. We tried to prove to her that we're an awesome detective, and she was very snarky, but in that kind of, you know, cute and intelligent way, so rather charming. We went inside the bookstore to, you know, see what they're selling in here. Lots of interesting stuff, lots of weird, you know, metaphysical psychosis and all that kind of interesting stuff. Had a conversation with the bookstore owner. There's a word for that, isn't it? I almost called her a bookkeeper. I'm like, that's not the word I'm looking for. And then I almost called her a book lady. That's also not the word I'm looking for. The bookshop owner. Anyway, we spoke to the owner of the store. It was a relatively normal conversation. Nothing at all related to the body that's literally hanging, like, you know, in the backyard of the next door store or motel, I guess, inn, whatever. And then we came across these curtains. Now, the little girl outside said that this store was haunted, and we talked about how she doesn't go into the back room or into the cellar. And then we come here and we try to open these curtains, and she immediately tries to stop us, and she seems very, like, tense and scared, like she's got something to hide back there, but she insists it's nothing. She insists it's just, like, you know, staff stuff, like employees only, that kind of stuff. But she was very concerned about me pulling these curtains back, and so of course we pulled the curtain back. Now, on topic of the actual case itself, we have been relentlessly retching every time we try to get close to the body. And as a superstar cop, I don't want to just let Kim do it himself, right? So I want to be up to the task. In order to do that, our what is it again? I forget the name of the actual endurance. Our endurance needs to be high. Right now it's at 1. Partly because of the damage we've taken. Even with that damage removed, we were only at 2. I'm hoping we find a way to level it up soon so we can actually get on the case. That's kind of my angle, and that's why we went exploring. I'm hoping that happens soon. And I've got the oh no, see, I tried the volumetric shit compressor thought. I've already solved it, or I've already thought it through. And all it did was unlock the endurance checks all over again, the white ones, and it changed the learning cap, but it didn't actually level us up. I was hoping it would level us up, and then I'd be able to, you know, immediately go back to that check and do it, but no such luck. So we still have to kind of go around and see what we can do and try and level that up so we can we can actually do it, you know? Is it a sexual subtle, or do they do crazy illegal stuff there? I mean, it might be crazy illegal stuff. It might be the like adults only section of the bookstore. I don't know. This honestly, after that conversation with the innkeep, like last session about his about Sylvie, anything, it could be anything. Huck Houston, how's it going, buddy? Having a wonderful Friday, I hope. 6X Lord in the days of Netflix and such, it's nice to have a fixed time to sit down and watch a thing. Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm glad I'm not the only one. A bookmonger. That's a good term. Yeah, the one thing about the curtain conundrum, as you so eloquently put it, is I feel like I made a goof in that she was telling me to talk to her before I went through, and I thought I did, but as some of you pointed out last session, maybe I should have walked away from the curtains and spoke to her rather than had a conversation mid-curtain pull, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is, right? Wiser Abe, I think this might be part of the... no spoilers in chat. So this is, just to clarify, this is my first time playing this game ever. So I'm going to try and avoid spoilers as best as possible and have a completely clean experience. So let's, on that note, dive in, right? Let's dive on in. Just realized something with my setup over here. My chat window is not working properly, and I want to make sure I'm able to keep up with chat, of course. There we go. My apologies. All right, let's do this. This music is also daunting. Oh, of course, there's a door with purity seals on the door. Listen, I can't see this and not think purity seals straight out of Warhammer 40k. So something's going on back there. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. Intriguing. There's a hair salon back here. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. All right. What am I thinking here? Looks like Guillaume Le Million, that hair poster. Is she like a Guillaume Le Million, like, super fan or something like that? All right, we're not going to turn back. We're going to go through.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Yeah, see? They're wards. They're absolutely wards. Yeah, exactly. I want to stumble through it. That's precisely it. That's precisely it. Some thoughts or dialogue options give boost to specific checks. Yeah, I mean, we'll go back to the body, but I want to try and get that stat up a little bit. I imagine endurance is going to come up in more than just that one case, you know? Yeah, I know. I too, Nico, thought that was a woman. So, vaguely androgynous. I mean, they could have dropped the vaguely, I guess. All right, let's, I could try knocking on the door. That pain threshold. We're not going to be able to punch through. Let's knock on it.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Okay, here's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try and leave. I'm going to try and speak to the lady, ask her about letting me through, if that's an option. And if not, then we'll go ahead and try to break this door down, right? We'll be polite. There's no reason to damage property. We're just here to investigate, right? We're not here to cause trouble. We're not here to cause trouble. We can be reasonable, right? Let's see what she says, if anything, because she did say...
esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Her stare is cold and harsh, but the line remains the same. So previously, she said that if I pull back the curtains, she would refuse to speak to me any further. Our I forget the word she used, but our relationship basically ends there. She was not bluffing. Clearly, she doesn't even want to talk. I can't even ask her about the door, which is a little unfortunate. Farewell for now, book peddler. Limitations of a CRPG, right? But all right, let's try and break it down. She asked for this. God.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens.
And let's go through like a superstar, I suppose.
Trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Break down the door. Oh no, that is definitely a fail.
Ow! Shoot! Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that...
Oh, no, yeah, I'm full dead. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, I'm glad I have a quick save right back there. Is this me dying? Or is this me giving me a chance to heal myself? The Emperor protected the door. What is going on here? Am I supposed to... I can't see anything. Is this a bug? It looks like a bug? Okay, must be a bug then. Alright, let's reload. Cause yeah, I feel like I see something down there. Oh, and we've got Cody McFadden. Thank you very much for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the show, buddy. As strange as this situation is. Hope you're enjoying the show. If you are, hit that like button down below. I'm going to go ahead and load this game. Because, yeah, this is... I think it's broken, right? Yeah, it's a bug from the new patch. Yeah, I saw there was an update like today or yesterday or this week at some point. Let's load. It would be this one. Yeah, that'll be the one. Go ahead and load that in. Confirm. Kind of unfortunate. Feels like we all know we're all here to witness it. I'm not cheesing the roll, but it kind of feels like it, right? Let's go ahead and try that again. Let's go ahead and try that again. I suppose I could heal myself first, because it's not a bad idea to be at full health anyway. And that way we can avoid, if that bug were to pop up again, we can avoid it. I hope that's not a constant. I hope it's just like a rare kind of a thing. Maybe happens like once in a blue moon. But let's try it again.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens.
Felazero says, I can't die either today, so I had to play again because of your Let's Play. Well, I'm glad I could inspire a restart of the game. Hope you're having a good time with the... I'm assuming you're saying... Yeah, you said start to play again. But yeah, that's strange. All right, good to know. Good to know. We should just quick save a lot more often then. That's too bad. Hopefully they fix that soon. Maybe that's how you enter the mystery room. I wish. Let's knock on the door because, again... just to make the repeat moves that we did last time, let's try and break down the door again. Come on, baby. Come on, give me that success. No, that's obviously a failure. The animation is priceless here. I feel that pose so much.
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
Oh God, try to breathe normally. This really wasn't the best idea, was it? I deserve this. My body deserves to suffer for being this weak and disappointing. Talk about self-loathing. Jeez, is that blood I'm seeing? Rub your forehead. Please don't cry. Please don't cry. Slap your face. I don't want anyone to see me cry. These are all like the antithesis of being a superstar. I think just admitting it wasn't a good idea is probably the most like bold approach. Calling myself weak and disappointing, as true as it might be based on our stats, I don't think is very superstar-like. Being shocked by blood, telling myself not to cry, I don't think that lines up with my image of who I am. But admitting I might have goofed, I think is I'm sure something a superstar cop wakes up with every day, especially if he's waking up with hangovers every day, right? So, oh God. Oh, this really wasn't the best idea, was it?
Are you alright?
The lieutenant
looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
Okay, the lieutenant steps closer, his eyes soft and worried. I kind of wish, since they did the effort of voice acting everything with the final cut, I kind of wish they had like a narrator voice or something for the descriptors. But I guess like obviously the games aren't made for streamers or content creators to narrate through, right? So it's fine because I obviously read this, but it just feels kind of funny. So just got to be more aware of that, I guess.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door?
Okay, so when I went to go talk to her about it, she didn't want to talk about it. But when I'm trying to break it down, now she has a problem.
I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
I am so curious. The Emperor truly protects this door. I'm so curious.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets.
We'll be back for you, door. We'll be back for you. I'm very curious what's behind there. I'm only more curious because of her insistence.
You've hurt yourself now. I told you not to mess around back there. What are you even trying to accomplish, you fool?
Nothing. I'm just terribly clumsy sometimes. Sorry, rub your aching forehead. I thought it was obvious. I tried to smash the door by using pure physical force. I need to know what secrets lie behind the door. It's part of a spiritual quest. Oh, both 2 and 3 are very superstar-like, if you ask me. Like, 3 is a lot more... 3 is a lot more like I travel halfway across the world to find myself, and 2 is a lot more... I feel 2 is more cop, and 3 is more superstar. Not sure which way I'm leaning here, to be honest. Also mentioning to her that I was trying to smash through by using pure physical force kind of makes me look like a fool in this situation because I've clearly hurt myself. I'm going to say I need to know what secrets lie behind that door. It's part of a spiritual quest.
You're only making things worse. Stop it. Be compelled to look at the books. Go to them.
Man. I feel like I'm like... So we talked about... Last session, we talked about how like maybe she's like trying to use a skill on us to compel us, you know, like as a meta conversation. But the more she does it, I'm like, am I missing out on an obvious clue here? Am I missing out on an obvious clue? Either way, there was one lot of books that I did not look at last time, so let's go ahead and look at that, and then we'll make our way out. Maybe there is a clue in this
These
bookshelf.
shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
So Dick Mullen is that detective, right? Let's look through the display of books.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers.
Physical attributes, you say, huh?
These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
I just love sure thing, or oh god no. It's like after that description, I kind of feel like oh god no. But you know what? if I want to be recognized as a superstar, I got to understand what people think a superstar cop is actually like. So sure thing. Give me some of these titles.
You see, Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the murder house. The final case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the clock tower. The ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's funeral pyre. The murder of Dick Mullen.
All right, Dauntless Dick is a hilarious name, but also, is this just supposed to be like the Sherlock Holmes allegory? I feel like this is Sherlock Holmes, right? Dick Mullen dies?
Oh no, turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Of course he did. Is that what happened to Sherlock Holmes as well? I forget how the retcon was done. I know that Sherlock Holmes dies at one point, right? Was it in the Hounds that he dies, or is that the one where he comes back? And I forget now. And then he comes back, but I forget the circumstances under which he comes back. Are there any more?
Yes, there's also the dame who did it. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer.
Goddamn. It's like a Dexter reference in there as well.
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
All right. Reaction speed. Oh, interesting. So again, like I said, reaction speed is about more than just physical reaction time, but also like mental reaction time. Before I click that, though, I just want to answer Ghost Z Mantis. I do have a Crusader Kings 2 playthrough on the channel. It's sort of like a mini playthrough. It's called From Ulm to Ulmpire, and I did it when Holy Fury released. But it's not a fully complete series. You can check it out if you want to. It's a couple episodes, but Crusader Kings 3 is where you're going to see a lot of my playthroughs on the channel when it comes to Crusader Kings. But yes, yeah, Reichenbach Falls, right. And they reference the waterfall in the Sherlock Holmes movie, the Robert Downey Jr. Second Sherlock Holmes movie, if I recall correctly, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, who is Dick Mullen?
Your attempt to grasp at the answer fails. It seems very close by, pulsating just out of reach.
Man, I'm gonna need some success. At least I'm getting all the failures out early, right? And then we'll have room for successes later on, because that's how dice work.
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out.
Oh my goodness.
You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
All right, I'm done here, lady. Thank you. Jeez, I believe we've checked everything in here. So let's head on out and see if there isn't anything else to. Ooh, she's in here now. Actually, let's have a quick conversation with her. See how she feels about being inside and studying. It looks like old sports magazines tucked away in a dark corner. Okay, that's not what I thought that was. All right, let's speak to her.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win.
Ain't that the truth?
Out of the rain and into the gutter.
Ooh, power of suggestion. What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar? I got a +1 because I helped her back in. Like I convinced her mom to call her in. Maybe I have a conversation with her first and then see what I'm missing here. There might be more bonuses to be found in there.
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away.
Ooh, what is it?
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
She gives you a hat, almost exactly like the one Dick Mullen wears on the covers. See, she's a sweet girl. Oh no, it's a fedora. Oh, where'd you get it? A detective hat? I get it. I can look just like Dick Mullen, except I'm an actual police officer. Look, she's trying to be nice. I don't have to crush her hopes and dreams and her joy. Not yet. Life will do that. She's got at least 10 years before that happens. A detective hat?
Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
She looks back at the infernal scribblings under her nose. All right, what am I missing here? Why does this feel familiar?
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Oh. I feel like we had a similar check outside, didn't we? And we failed it, but I'm glad to finally have a success. We know each other. Okay, hold on. Oh, on second thought, maybe I shouldn't remember. Maybe there's a reason I forgot. Hang on. Come on. I can't be incurious. That'd be so out of character. Hang on. So you know me? We've met before?
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time, before Mother told me to focus on my homework. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir, telling people about being a star or something. I don't really understand who those stars are.
Did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
What the hell? What do you mean better? I look like shit.
Yeah, but you don't have party eyes anymore.
Wow. It's getting cut down by kids. That's the story of this playthrough. Just children cutting me down.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
The lieutenant slowly, ever so slowly, realizes something. Party eyes. I assume I was on something that makes my pupils dilate. Let's put it that way, so YouTube doesn't get me in trouble.
I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all.
Well, I don't think I need to ask this question, but here we are. Party eyes?
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
Yep, definitely, definitely on something there. I'm not high as fuck anymore. Yeah, half naked, the superstar way. I guess a lot happened. I guess we've been here for longer, doing a lot more than we've been let on or let into. I guess we'll find out more soon. Game audio is a bit low. All right, let's. I feel like I'm a little bit on the louder side. Let me know how the volumes feel now, folks. Hopefully that's a bit better. Party eyes. Party eyes is a good phrase. Party eyes is a good phrase.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too.
I have no idea what that means. Gurning? I've actually never seen that word before.
Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
Does that mean I've been partaking in narcotics? Of course it does, man. This girl doesn't know what she's talking about. Forget about this. No. We've been partaking. Of course we have.
Oh, baby. That's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
Okay, so why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with? Or thanks, I've learned something about myself today. No. I'm curious. Why the hush hush? Make sound smoother? All right, that's good. Yeah, I've been high for an entire week. So why don't you tell me you knew me to begin with?
I didn't know I had to do that.
Okay, fair enough. I don't really like this deduction game anymore. No, that's fine. Thanks. I've learned something about myself today.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
She smiles a wide, helpful smile. Okay, bye. See you around, Annette. Yeah, she was nice. All right, let's take a look at this hat. Is it actually a fedora? Oh my. Dick Mullen's hat, +1 to encyclopedia with book smarts. If anything, this wide-rimmed hat looks even better than the hat Dick Mullen wears. Dick Mullen is stupid and not even real. You're real. Your brain is real. Your real brain is inside the hat. Yep, inside the hat. Absolutely. Let's put that hat on. It's not a bad look. Not a bad look. I could do with that. We also, what do we have over here? Inspect victim's body. Yeah, I'm well aware. I still need to up my my stats though. This is just all the stuff we can go back to try. Again, this is a legendary endurance test. I feel like we have to fail it and just let Kim do it. I feel like it's set up that way unless you focused on endurance. I don't know. I don't know, but we did level up. Now, do we go ahead and pump that into endurance? Because we know we kind of need that immediately. Everything else is looking all right. I mean, again, the damage is reducing endurance a little bit, of course. Everything else is looking okay. Shivers, again, is our signature skill. That's why it's a little bit higher. Electrochemistry is because of the the pants that we're wearing. Let's call them stained pants that we're wearing. Yeah, I'm pretty fine with how everything is in intellect. Our psyche has been all right, I think. And endurance, we know we need it right now. Oh, gurning has to do with ecstasy. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, never heard the term. Gurning is being in or wanting it. All right, fair enough. That's good to know. Superstar milady JT, oh lord. No, I do love the little item descriptors. I'll put at least a couple points into endurance to help keep you alive. That's probably a good idea. Staying alive is probably a good idea. Papa Nurgle, how's it going, buddy? Having a wonderful Friday, I hope. General Nurgle. All right, let's pop it into endurance over here. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. All right, accept changes and close. Let's make our way out. Let's finally actually maybe try and improve our endurance even further. I still don't think 2 is not going to be enough to beat a legendary check, right? We could go back and check it, but I don't want to lock it and then have to find another way to unlock it. Though I guess every time we level up endurance, it would unlock, right? Still, I feel like there's more we could do first. Oh. Book's titled Man from Heimdall and the Wildfire. Oh, just a random book I'm seeing on the floor. Fair enough. Or on the little counter there. Head on down this way. What do we got? What is this? Some great tectonic forces cracked the pavement like an eggshell. For some reason, I have a doubt that there was an earthquake that we just... I don't know. This entire, like, city is in great disrepair. So maybe there was an earthquake months ago and we're just seeing the results of it. Oh, yeah, over here. You're the angriest man I know, Renee. All right, let's see what these guys are up to over here. It feels so strange. It's like I feel almost too free to do as I wish. But I guess if we talk to the people who are in the area, they might know something about what went down in that backyard. So it's reasonable to have some of these conversations. All right, what's going on over here? These guys are playing what's it called? Lawn bowling.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle.
He covers his mouth to hide a burp. Oh boy. Oh, is he drinking? I thought he was eating. That looked like food, like jerky or something, but I think that is jerky or something. Bob and I go way too hot. Wife is off for 5 hours genetics exam. Oh geez. Well, good luck to her. Other than that, prepping for tonight's RP session while watching your sweet ass play this game. What system you RPing in? Is it Warhammer Fantasy or Star Wars? And I feel you, buddy. It's super hot over here as well, so I feel you. Good luck with that, man.
I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich.
Oh, he's having a sandwich.
Angry Hard René first.
All right, I couldn't tell what that was. Fair enough. Speak to. I'm assuming this is Renee.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
This one's still chewing on his sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Putting the cop in Superstar Cop, huh? Okay. I mean, hey, you know, the world is about me, right? I gotta remember I put so many points into drama. So yeah, I got this. Ball time. A terrible person.
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
Alright, so I can choose to observe them first. I could ask these fellows for a moment of their time. Don't get involved in the game, or I'll leave you to it and just head out. Nah. I'm gonna grab the ball and show them how it's done. They're gonna absolutely be upset at me. But I get a +2 for acting without hesitation, which is pretty cool. Alright, let's go for it. Nice.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work.
I'm very confused. I feel like we're gonna... Are we about to shot put this out into the water or something? Alright, let's take in the surroundings.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
Union of man and ball. Alright, let's feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
There is time for a last glance inward. Who am I? Who is this man ball?
An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
The inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go. Be the bullet. Yup. Called it.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit? It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters, probably 24, and then some. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
Yeah, damn right. Rather impressive if you ask me.
What the hell is your problem?
Not a weak right tricep, that's for sure.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
Okay, Rene, whoa. I'm sensing some anger here, and I don't understand why.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull.
This P-tank? Oh, pétanque, I understand. I'm pretty sure that's a lie. I thought it was shot put. An honest mistake, are we good? No, I'm a superstar pretends to know what's happening at all times. So, oh, pétanque, yeah, I understand.
No, you don't. Our pétanque game is ruined. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
Jeez. Listen, guys, the ball is gone and I have a murder to solve, alright? Refuse the task. Or I can try and fix this. I can try and go get the ball back for them. They seem rather upset. It's so I desperately want to be a nice person, but I feel like I feel like I'm not, though, you know. Listen, guys, the ball is gone and I have a murder to solve, all right?
A fine example you are setting here today, officer. I will remember this, and Gaston will too.
It's okay, officer. Forgotten completely. It was my bull, and I have a spare. Everything is good, and we're ready to assist any way we can.
There you go. See, you don't have to make such a big stink about it, Rene.
The lieutenant says nothing, but his face is rigid. It seems he does not approve of your athletic displays.
God, what a downer.
It's your refusal to take responsibility I don't like.
All right, the policeman in me is not so happy about my decision there. Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of Whirling in Rags, or you seem to be playing in a crater? Yeah, I guess so, but that's not relevant. Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of Whirling in Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the Union is the law. So can you really blame them?
Right. So the union is like the union of like the dock of the union of like the dockyard workers, if I recall correctly. Basically, what they say goes, and they have more authority than cops. We had a whole mini existential crisis last session about how our authority is potentially not really all that authoritative. But you don't have a problem with cops.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
Nice. I like Renee. Now I kind of feel bad about the bull. Now I feel kind of bad. Josh Thompson, there's a reason to help them. Well, damn, I think I might have missed out on it. Unless I'm able to go and do the task without actually having to accept it. I will say though, I feel bad about my decision now because he's like the first person who has been remotely nice to me that isn't also a child.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
Oh no. Wait, what about police women? Jesus. Okay. So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing.
Alright. Well, you seem to be playing in a crater. What's that about?
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
I mean, I guess you're supposed to play it on a flat surface, but I mean, hey, I guess you gotta add some RNG to have some extra fun. Do you know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Oh boy, I had a feeling it had something to do with the revolution attempt. Wait, who are the communards again?
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
The carabiner frowns. Alright. Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Amazing. This makes me think of some of the World War II propaganda posters that were distributed in the UK by Germany, I believe it was, and it was talking about, like, the posters were talking about how American soldiers were sleeping with British soldiers' wives while British soldiers were in Germany, and it just makes me think about that. I recently came across a bunch of propaganda imagery, and so I've been thinking about how some of that stuff works, I guess. And this line just brought that image right back to my head. Anyway, why shell them here in Martinez? They should have chosen a place away from people and buildings, or I understand I'd bomb this place too. I'm gonna go with that.
This place is a damn beachhead, son. They didn't do it because they didn't like it. They had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
That sounds. Wait, hold on. We're in 51, right? I thought. That's a long time ago. Is the implication that this place has been this kind of a hellhole for multiple generations now? I mean, I buy it, but Jesus. Just shake your head and look. Nah. Deathblow sounds grim.
This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Jesus.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Well, is that why everything's so bombed out?
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on this city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
There's a strange gleam in his eyes.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the Coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Man, this guy is very very impassioned. Yes, about 40 or so years ago. Okay. Damn.
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
That's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard-working class to take over. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess, and now they rule us. This coalition seems quite capable, actually. Commies just don't understand how money works, or nothing. I don't think. I just do. I feel like we don't subscribe to the dumb is cool kind of an approach. I'm gonna say this: foreign powers cleaned up our mess, and now they rule us. Because of again the conversation we had last time, right? Papa Nurgle immediately 5. I don't know. I feel like I mean, you know, you're not wrong though. I'm thinking about the door now. I'm thinking about trying to punch the kid in another lifetime. Goddamn. You know what? That's right. You're right. You checked me there. You're right. This is more in keeping with the character. Nothing. I don't think. I just do.
I'm just so damn sorry it had to be the Coalition. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol. Or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
He sighs. So he's very much he seems to line up with what I was thinking as my other option there, which is like, yeah, we're just under the thumb of these foreign influences now.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
And of course it boils down to that. Now, you mentioned Guillaume?
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frisel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Okay. Different Guillaume. Dumb isn't cool, it's just who we are as a person. That's fair. That's fair. No, yeah, Josh, I'm very much aware there's no wrong answer. But I want to make sure, everything's in keeping with my character. That would be the most right answer, if you know what I mean.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he doesn't want to admit it.
Okay, and who is this Frisel? Frisel? Yeah, probably an opponent, I suppose.
Damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
Damn. All right, well, what exactly is a suzerain? Weird that I have to ask that, but all right.
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
What is it about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud? Ah, damn it! Throwing the boule in the sea is gonna hurt my chances here. But I'd be a fool not to take it. Come on, baby. 8%'s not that bad. Let's do it.
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
Fair enough. No surprise there.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabiniers in service of Frissel I, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Don't you mean Frissel the Fan?
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule and to mourn.
Jesus.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
Alright. Thank you for your time, gentlemen. Interesting. Is this guy still eating his sandwich? He is. Oh, autosave. Thank you very much, game. What do we have up over here? I wonder if I could go and get that, retrieve that boule for them. Come on. Enormous boules worthy of a real man. The damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Nah, it looks like it was artillery fire, obviously.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
That's a reasonable statement.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Alright, fair enough. That's good to know. It's also good to know that he might go away at some point, because we do still have to report our badge missing, and I just don't want to do it when he's around, right? So it's good to know that that is an option. Anything further down this way? There is. What is this? Brazier? A grill? Tire tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain has almost washed them off. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. Okay, I can't go further down this way. An ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. Okay, very well. Let's see if we can't retrieve the little boule. I feel bad, especially after he was kind of polite to me. Polite adjacent, let's call it. The spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air. Indeed, I can hear that. Oh, just walked into that toss. Oh, this guy's not having a good time. This coin-operated viewer has been banged up inoperable. Very well. The things I've seen and said. He might. I wonder if he has some actual solid information. The ad reads, broken windows? Tibbs has windows. Right, good for you, buddy. You hear the distant squall of seabirds. Nothing I can't do. I'm the job for every man. This guy's way too far gone. I imagine we can come back to him eventually. Listen, boy. I don't start trouble. I fix it. Alright. What do we have here? Yellow plastic bag. Freet. Equip this to collect tear from the streets? What? I don't know what any of those words mean. Tools. This plastic bag has freet, which I guess is a misspelling of something, written on it in a dynamic, forceful manner that implies great prices. As you crack it open, a malty gust of air flies in your face. Smells of yeast and beer. A perfect place for tear. What is tear? Oh, yeah, maybe I should save now. I should be. I guess it did autosave, but I should be more quick on the trigger finger in case something randomly kills me and then we get that bug again. I should be ready for anything really. A splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. Yeah, wow. It really kind of puts into perspective just how much of a how much nobody cares about this place. It's a 40-something-year-old war, and it still looks that way. Jeez. What do we have here? To Cape Side Apartments, Martinez Pier, and to Roundabout North. Why don't we head towards the pier? Because as far as we could tell, based on the footprints we saw in that yard, dock workers were probably involved in hanging that body. I'm not going to jump to any conclusions, but that's a fairly safe one to jump to, I think. Let's see what this guy's up to here. A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. Love the writing in this game. Can I come up this way? Oh, I can. We'll get distracted by this back alley later. Let's go ahead and see what... is this blood? What is going on? Oh, that's blood. That's gotta be blood. There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint? We'll go check. Let's go over here. Oh, okay, she looks... Inside the frame of a motorcycle in repair, and the tools used to disassemble it. Let's see what's going on up there.
Up here, Piggo.
Can I talk to you from down here? Oh, I can. Maybe?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier. Okay, so it's not blood. It is paint, I guess. Fair enough. The man hanging from a tree for days didn't tip you off that no one cares? Well, you know, I figure no one wants to interfere with a crime scene or learning more about the world. It's like people don't want to upset the Union because that's dangerous. Like, I get that. But 40 years of, war damage, still, like, bullet holes and stuff still around, that's, like, next level. That really makes it crystal clear, I guess.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Oh boy, I'm gonna say the answer to that last one is probably never. We just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive. Don't use that tone with me. I'm the law. Let's start with your blood type and go from there. Hep, yeah, when were you last tested? Just answer some questions, okay? Don't use that tone with me. I am the law.
Sod off, pigman. Art is above the law.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside. Okay, so you keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at? What are you doing to that wall? Do you know anything about the recent murder? Or catch you later? No, you keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
Didn't actually write that about the lieutenant. She nods disdainfully towards the woman performing maintenance on the boat docked next to the pier.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
Interesting.
That Ozon her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Fair enough. I think I see the issue here. It looks like a bit of a class struggle kind of a vibe I'm getting over here. Yeah, she's fun so far. I agree. There are plenty of places like that in real life. Oh no, I know there are. It's just puts things into perspective as far as what Revachol is like. All right, who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing.
Sounds about right. Sounds like everybody else in this town so far.
You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Wow, he's actually liking my style. Didn't expect that.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozon.
All right. Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Well, that's promising, at least.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Alright, should have seen that coming. Nice try, Kim. Oh, alright, what are you doing to that wall? It's art, I bet.
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
She studies the wall, suddenly pensive. So you don't know what to write? Why are you so committed to defacing the building? I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it? Well, look, I took conceptualization, right? I was really excited about conceptualization, so here's an opportunity. I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it? Probably not.
Yeah?
Ooh, I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. All right, I'm going to have to stop you. This is hooliganism. Or actually, I don't have an opinion. I lied. No, I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. Superstars are all about breaking the rules, right? And if everybody wants to be a superstar, then let them try it. I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
You're welcome, Cindy the Skull. Glad I could help.
She means the opposite.
I know. Catch you later, Cindy.
Watch your back, Ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Yo, that's a pretty good. That's clever. That's clever. That's clever. I like that. Better than just calling me pig all the time.
Guillaume Le Million.
What?
Bad news. Guillaume Le Million did not become a cop. In 38, he went on a tour to the Sinyao province in Safre, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation. His body was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Trainer single, Wonderland, skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning.
Jesus. Very amazing art. Really like this art. That's awesome. But yikes. Autoerotic asphyxiation. That's one way to go. Bonuses. This gives us +1 pain threshold. Blood oxygen is boring. And all psyche learning caps raised by 1. Or sorry, all psych learning caps raised by 1. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Jeez. Guy went the way of Dali. Alright, Lonesome Long Way Home is still in progress. It'll take another 3 hours, 12 minutes in-game. We'll see what that does. And then these slots need to be unlocked, eh? Do I have to use skill points to unlock these? I can always forget thoughts as well. Oh, I guess that costs skill points as well. Jeez, I hope we earn skill points more quickly than we have been doing so far. Sounds like a great time. I mean, sounds like a time, that's for sure. Cape-side Apartments on this side, and Rue de Saint-Ghislain and roundabout north down that way. Right. We know that. We want to go to the pier, though, which I assume is down that way. Let's speak to that lady as well. Take her by surprise, like Kim said. Looks like there was more construction here once, decades ago. Fair enough. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. Ooh, what do we have here? Magnesium, that's for morale. We don't need it, but we don't need it now. is the key word. We don't need it now. We'll go through that door after we're done speaking to this lady. But I want to follow this lead first. We have your docking reserve for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain 33A. Fair enough. Your room in the Whirling isn't much bigger than the sloop. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in all your life. Gives you an idea of who we're about to deal with, I guess. How does it not sound like a great time? Well, because of how it ended, Papa Nurgle. Because of how it ended. You get about 30, 40, 50 skill points to the entire game. That's good to know. Alright. It's just, yeah, it's like there's a lot to potentially spend them on. There are definitely some skills that haven't come up yet. And there are some that have come up more often than not, so that's important to know. And then, of course, to make room for more thoughts, I'll need to spend some skill points when the time comes.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Alright, you get more XP the more rolls you succeed in. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. Yeah, okay, Papa. You know what? You got a point there, Papa Nurgle. You got a point there. At least they ended on a high. You got a point.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. Ah, the negotiator. All right, what does the L stand for? RCM, what is that? I'm a little foggy here. Nah, shake her hand. I'll be polite. Yeah, I'll be polite.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
Like steel. There is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
I feel like she's straight up lying about that second half at least.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
I feel like Kim is setting me up over here. This guy's like setting me down the river. But medical episode is great. That's a great way of putting it. A great way to call in sick if you're suffering from a hangover.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. This is a tactic.
Yeah, no, for sure. 100%. 100%. Certain thoughts also help with experience gain. Good to know. There'll be skills related to experience gain. Okay, all right. Good to know, good to know, good to know.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You're on a boat. You seem rich. Can I have some money? I mean, Kim is set to throw her off, right? Though, do superstars ask for money? Nah, you're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter overhead. Does she have a name? Do you have a license? I think I have a handle on the boat thing. Conclude, no. Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago? How drunk was I?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Technically, the neighboring Ozone and Fas a la Mer island groups are archipelagos, while La Caillou, by contrast, is a single fertile landmass, the fourth largest island in the world. It is not an archipelago.
So she's full of shit then. Trying to be smart with me. Alright. I thought Le Caillou was one big island.
Okay, if you want to get technical, the point is we're all on islands here, and sail is still the most expedient way to get from one island to another, especially when you're in a hurry to resolve a strike.
Yeah, I do want to get technical, because technically correct is the best form of correct. Shlok Patni, thank you very much for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the show. Folks, if you are having a good time, please don't hesitate to hit that like button down below. Again, just lets me know, what y'all like on the channel, what you don't like, etc., etc. I should say as well, I don't mention this often, but I figure I will every once in a while. If you've been really enjoying the return of live streaming on the channel, you've been enjoying hanging out and stuff like that, you might want to consider becoming a channel member or joining Patreon. Links to both of those are in the description down below as well. No obligation, no pressure, just throwing it out there. Help support the channel. Just thought I'd mention it. I keep being told that I should say it more often, and so I'm trying to be better about that. But yes, links are in the description down below for that. But down there as well, you will find a link to the Discord. And if you're not in the Discord, especially as a new subscriber, check it out. Great place to hang out with some fantastic folks. Do not hesitate. All right. Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here. I mean, again, it's a very important difference that she's the only one on a boat, and she seems so entirely unaware of that difference, or very well aware, but intentionally ignorant of it, I suppose. Wickles there, dropping the Twitter and Discord link in chat as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, feel free to dive in there, folks. A great place to hang out, like I said, with some fantastic people. And Renner Lima, thank you very much for subscribing as well. Again, same goes to you. If you're having a good time, hit that like button. Let me know. All right, still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Oh, observant. All right.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle.
I hope that's a bit of foreshadowing there.
It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Oh, like your boat.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Yeah, I do. I absolutely do.
Before you do, it would be pertinent to ask other questions. Gather more info on this boat of hers.
Okay. I should trust my rhetoric. I gotta trust my inner monologue, right? All right, well, does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called PartyElite 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
What? You didn't even name your boat. What kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
Oh my god, she's so full of shit. I hate her so much. She knows she's lying through her teeth about it being a work thing and not a toy. How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
Oh my goodness.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
I'm glad to hear that, kid.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Interesting. I'm curious what his play is here. Do you have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
That wasn't the question.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act, a law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly Fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
Alright, let's talk about the economics of this boat you're on.
Oh my, the E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
Preciso mundo. Class wartime, baby. Alright, I think I might go with that one. Yes, exactly. No, it's a symbol of our subjugation to foreign capital, the bad kind of capital, or forget about it, I was out of line. I feel like being extremely, like, inciting, not insightful. Inciting is the way to go over here. Kim said throw her off. I'm going to throw her off. Preciso mundo. Class wartime, baby.
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier is a professional negotiator.
He doesn't look like he thinks you'll best her in single combat.
Then what does that say? Does it say docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A? 33A? This old proletarian haunt here? As I said, plenty of people drive boats, of all social strata.
It's a challenging check, but we're going to fire back quick. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That +1 because we know about the revolution. Fire back, quick.
Your synapses flesh.
Nice. Alright, this house was built before the revolution. Funny, I don't see any other eels' heels around, or there doesn't seem to be much space left with this 19-pace sloop docked here. Oh, which one do I prefer? Which one do I prefer? This house was built before the revolution. Funny, I don't see any other eels' heels around, or there doesn't seem to be much space left with this 19-pace sloop docked here. Damn, I'm not... Okay, hold on. I feel like 2 is the most in keeping. Trying to mock her, you know, with her eels heels statement. Funny. I don't see any other eels heels around.
You mean eel's hips. But point taken. I am a bourgeois woman, and this is my fast, light, interminably bourgeois boat.
I think I have a handle on the boat thing. I feel like there was more there. I think I have a handle on the boat thing.
Good.
She takes a sip of her thermal cup. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do? Okay, what can you tell me about the strike? What can you tell me about this lynching? You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in. You seem rich. Can I have some money? No. Okay, tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
Interesting. So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
Jesus, so these guys are basically in control of like the blood of a nation. They control shipping, energy, oil and gas. They act, and it sounds like they They actually drill the oil and gas as well as handle the shipping of it. Like, I mean, again, logistics. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. And that's just their core competency. I'm sure they do more.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo tribes remain.
There it is, yeah. Wow, alright, interesting. Okay, who are the other Indo tribes? Yeah, let's learn a little bit more about this world, shall we?
Son Baptiste, LUM, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
You're in good company, it seems.
Why, thank you.
She does not register the real meaning of the remark. How much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
The money I owe is so much less than that. No, I think, again, make her feel smaller than she is. Look at her on her boat, leaning on that one hand, acting like she owns the place. That's it. I thought Wild Pines was supposed to be big time.
And to think, there are years when the group books losses in the billions.
A wave hits the sloop. She grasps the mainstay for balance.
Wild Pines employs 72,000 people, all of whom have families that depend on their salaries. It is a tremendous responsibility.
Alright, well, where does Wild Pines get all these billions?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samoan and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain.
She's like a textbook, eh?
Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. Probably helps to start out with a royal monopoly.
You know more than you let on. Certainly it helped, but most of the original Indo tribes have failed or been absorbed. To survive, Wild Pines had to grow and adapt. No suzerain did that.
Alright, well, what does such a huge system want with a place like this?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
Wow, 8% of all cargo in the world. That's quite the endeavor. Or you don't keep it moving. The workers do. The company is nothing without them. Oh, I see those vibes. Yeah, let's go with that. You don't keep it moving. The workers do. The company is nothing without them.
We built this district,
she says calmly.
We. There it is. She owns up to it.
All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, with its bastions. The plazas Meteor and Mosaic. Even some of the old street lamps have been put back thanks to the investments from the WP.
She points behind you where the seawall rises.
Before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol, long before Terminal B was erected here, the Pines built it as a resort for its Revacholian employees.
It's like Walmart almost.
A company getaway, for a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution. But that's another matter. I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibilities to the place they built.
Alright, I'm sure you are.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Alright, well, what can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Well, what if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade and Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
Alright, how do I repeal that then? An octopus? I will slay it.
Good luck is only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own.
Yeah, I wonder which half.
What the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority from the coalition government.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
Alright, we'll leave it alone.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
Yeah, what is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
Yeah, I don't buy her. I don't buy her like humble, oh, I'm not so important nonsense. AK Laser, like you said, like, yeah, she went from being them to we very quickly when it was a matter of pride coming into the question. So I'm sure she's got more than she's letting on.
And how are the talks going?
Oh, Kim's stepping in.
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
I'm sorry, 2 meters 20? That's what? That's huge. What is that in feet? I know that's well above average heights. All right, tell us more about this behemoth.
What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organization now.
Very well. Yeah, about 7 feet, right? That sounds about right. Jesus. Okay, well, how were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
Ooh, a little slow on the draw there, was she?
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike?
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Yeah, she's definitely much more involved. I think she's more than just a negotiator. I feel like she's got significantly more vested interest in here, Seamus. Definitely.
Ludicrous, even. It's meant.
Okay, what happened to this Gaumont? What are their demands? Tell me about this union boss. What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
Oh, okay. Definitely seeing the vibes this game's throwing down.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
You know what? I like it.
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Personally, I don't think it has the same pizzazzo as every worker, a member of the board.
What exactly do they mean by it, though? What's the demand? Well, they want to own the means of production.
It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what? About anything, really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
That's pretty funny, I have to admit. The workers can't be kings. The king is king. The king is dead. Long live the workers. Oh man, this game is, the game is doing it. It's baiting me down this path. I can't say no. I can't say no. The king is dead. Long live the workers.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
Every subscriber a member of the board. I love it. Alright, what are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Yeah, people are getting lynched, and I wonder if this is somehow part of the situation.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana,"
Call me Manana. It's a pretty good name. Reply comes quick. I don't know why the game would point that out. Is that suspicious? Should I be worried about that? I feel like I should be. Cat and top hats. Oh yeah, no, for sure. I've heard that about this game, but I figured it was like a background thing. I guess not so much. I guess it's very much in the foreground. Swoosh Kid, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, all right. Let's see where this goes.
This checks out.
This checks out. Okay, fair enough. Okay. I wish I could like segue into the lynching because that's an option from as a different topic. But let's focus on this first. What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to. How did he put it?
Oh no, for sure, Josh. It's staying very down the middle. I just find it. It's like. It's funny how even in like Suzerain, when we were playing Suzerain, or like if you look at workers and resources on the channel, there's always a there's always a draw to certain conversations, I guess. And I was like, well, we won't have to get involved in politics in this game, but here we are.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Jesus, I wasn't expecting that. Okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
Game pushes you to decide who you are. I mean, that's the thing. It's like making the decision on the fly while trying to play in character is always the interesting part. Because like I feel like standing for like if we believe we're a superstar in like that rock star sense. Like sure, Guillaume Le Million did not end up as a cop, so we aren't him. But if we identify with him, if we associate ourselves with him, we could be a little punk rock, right? We could be a little overthrow the establishment. That sounds superstar to me. Like that's what was going through my head when those choices came up. It wasn't just a matter of like what answer do I find most interesting or compelling or whatever as myself, but like as the person we've been playing so far, which of those answers sounds the most like appropriate to me. And if we're starting to get into those conversations, I'm totally cool with that happening in the game for sure. But I want to make sure that I play it right. You know, that's always, I'm very big on role play, so I'm very big on trying to determine those characteristics early on so I can play my character properly. And I think a rock star, superstar kind of an attitude comes along with the whole personality of, you know, burn the establishment, viva la revolution, that kind of stuff. So let's dive in. We're a little punk rock, baby. We're just a little punk rock. Right, exactly. The superstar is totally anti-establishment. Well put. Exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel about that. But tell me about this union boss, Mr. Clare. Ironic, because technically a union is also an establishment, but it's an anti-establishment establishment, I guess. Tell me about Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first. Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Okay. Fantastically corrupt is a great way to describe somebody. Is he that bad? Or, ooh, say nothing. Sometimes it's best to stay quiet and let somebody else fill in the silence. Let's try that.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are two of him?
Yes. Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over.
Wow, they really are super super corrupt. Jesus. Yeah, bold of her to assume that I have blood. It's mainly alcohol, lady. I have alcohol blood content, not blood alcohol content. Okay, I feel like these are important like distinctions between the two, but I assume the game will automatically use them or inform me of them when they become relevant.
It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
Oh, wait, hold on. These are the union bosses. So, of course, she's got her bias. Who knows how accurate any of this is? Yeah, hang on a second. All right, what about the union itself, outside the Brothers Clare?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Debardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Interesting. So they were a crime organization and became a union, or they did an organization at its best, happened at the local elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So they were a regular... Again, these are Joyce's words, so we don't know if she's being, completely honest with us, or how much bias is being applied here. But she's saying that these guys were a proper institution, and then they became a bit of a organized crime syndicate when the brothers Clare came in. Fair enough.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
Interesting. So, I mean, Kim filling in the blank there tells me that she's maybe being at least partly honest.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
Oh god. An effective advocate for the rights of the local workingmen, a giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol, basically a socialist mob, or I prefer not to have an opinion on these things. No, you know what? I'm going to double down. I don't think I fully believe her opinion on the brothers Clare. Nah, an effective advocate for the rights of local workingmen.
Why do you think so?
Damn, I have to explain myself. Her voice is calm. There's only curiosity there. Okay, between Everard the Human Leech and Measurehead, this union sounds like a motley crew. I'm into it, alright? Sounds like they're all Revachol. I'm all Revachol too. To hell with the rest. Or they're good labormen. Can't fault them for a little corruption. Okay, hold on. Nah, sounds like they're all Revachol. And I'm all Revachol too. To hell with the rest.
I suppose you are, officer. All Revachol. But enough about Everard. What else can I tell you about?
Alright, one more thing. You said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Alright. Some kind of extortion, probably.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
I'll take that to heart. I don't believe her entirely, but, it's...
Concerned, man. We'll be just fine.
That's all I need here. Let's change the topic.
Of course.
What can you tell me about
How else
this
can I help?
lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls silent for a moment, contemplating something. All right, earlier she was saying she wasn't here for the lynching and she doesn't know any. Like she was implying she didn't know anything, but here we are, kind of changing her tune already.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Oh no, my badge number. Oh crap. Oh no. Secret task complete. All right, yeah, I mentioned this a couple sessions ago that there are secret tasks, and I guess this was one of them. Great, I'm glad I went through this line of questioning. A little worried about that badge number now, though.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57.
The lieutenant hands her a piece of blue plastic. No, man, no. Oh, no.
And this is my colleague from Precinct 41.
He waits for you to show your badge. God damn it. I don't seem to have my badge, actually. My badge, yes, of course, my badge that I have on me. You gotta double down, man. You gotta double down.
He looks at you expectantly. Then it dawns on him.
God damn it. Y'all warned me as well last session. Y'all mentioned, hey, maybe you should get your badge before you need to show it to somebody. And here we are. I don't seem to have my badge, actually.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Remember when my partner told you I had recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it. God damn it. Bella, how's it going? Glad you can make it. Having a good Friday, I hope?
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It's possible. After a night of heavy drinking, I lost all memory of my life in the world. Or I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, the city, nothing.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond.
That is exactly what it was, miss. It was not a drug and alcohol-induced state of mind. Nope.
I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
Yeah, it's the worst way for Kim to realize I don't have a badge in the middle of an interview, of an interrogation. Jesus.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
God damn it.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Alright, how do I negotiate my way out of this? She has sympathy for my amnesia. There's a chance here. 42% isn't bad.
Feelings
Oof.
will guide the way.
But madam, I need to know about this lynching. It's very important to me. It's the case I'm solving.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
Oh no. This is the thing. Failing isn't just like failing and stepping away. Failing is failing and committing. And I love that. I love that. But that means like the risks are so much higher. You don't understand. It's not like a side case for me. This is my main thing, okay? You have so much else. I have only this. Spread your hands. This is the entirety of my existence. To be honest, like neither of these, but I'll go with the first one. You don't understand. It's not like a side case for me. This is my main thing. That sounds more superstar-like to me.
Trust me, officer, I am fully committed to resolving this impasse. This isn't some side gig for me.
Fine, you have so much else. I have only this. Spread your hands. This is the entirety of my existence.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
This boat, for example, and a home somewhere. I only have this case.
Officer.
The carbon fiber hull creaks. Damn, lost some morale there. I don't remember anything except this lynching. There's only this coast and this lynching. No, this case is what I will be known by.
You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
Okay, maybe I'm making some headway here.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible.
I feel like this is not a win. Oh god.
The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbour. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it.
Interesting.
Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment, madam.
Hey. Psst.
Ooh. Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Well, how come there's word on the street? Hold on.
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Alright, that sounds like me.
Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Roll up your sleeves and start building communism. No questions asked. asked, again, like I said, anti-establishment sounds plenty superstar to me. So you know what? I don't think I do. I'm going to roll up my sleeves and start building communism. Opt in. Oh, jeez. And so it begins.
Oh yeah, get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what? Firing squads? Hey man, it's all part of the solution. Roll your sleeves up further and breathe in the pristine air. Mesovian socioeconomics. I don't have room for this thought, but what is it? Okay. Reduces my visual calculus. Looks like a reaction. Research time 3 hours and 10 minutes when I get the chance to do it, but what is this? People think communism was some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago. A fever that shook the world, never to return again. And they were right. Until he woke up today. A spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes, and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. It will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He is the big communism builder. Come, witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. Oh boy. Alright. You know what? Yeah, exact. Balls to the wall, baby. No hesitation, no doubt. The first thing that was thrown my way, I said yes. Let's do it. Let's also go get our badge because unfortunately, actually, let's speak to Kim first in private. Let's step away, speak to Kim first, and I think after this interaction, we'll get our badge.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
That was very quiet. I feel like I need to crank up the game audio even further now. Let me know if the audio levels are okay. The lieutenant's voice is hushed. How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchmen.
Oh, so we're henchmen now.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
We could just, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
Oh, man.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, so I guess we can't have a new badge then, eh? A failed check closed the door. I wanted to... Sorry, what was that, Bella? Yeah, I think I missed a question. When getting to a red check, sometimes it's better to go back to a previous dialogue tree to try and get more modifiers. No, for sure. I don't think that's backseating. I've noticed that, though. And that's why I try to, engage in the conversation before diving into a dangerous check. I try to, at least. Okay, well, what do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking? We're cops, after all. I know we're here for the lynching, but duty calls.
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it.
Yeah.
What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Sure, yeah. Let's get back to her, then. Seems like a reasonable thing. I wouldn't know where to go looking for my my badge, but knowing my luck, I'll find it right after I promise to help her. We should call in for a replacement, though, even though it'll take months. Yeah, still, Jazzy, sorry, which superstar thing? Party is committed to role-playing even though it means getting less dialogue. Yes, absolutely. Sometimes the decisions will work out that way, but we gotta stay in character as best as possible. It's always a challenge, especially the first time playing. We gotta try.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Okay. Tell me about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
And of course only now it comes up when there's a bit of Union trouble.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
It sounds like a good time. Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wildpine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
And you want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
The lorries.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
She gives you a knowing look.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
You know, I don't love her angle here. I don't love her approach. Very manipulative, and it's like I know I'm being manipulated, but you know, do I know I'm being manipulated? She reminds you of McGonagall, I guess a little bit. I can see it. The accent goes a long way. Okay, I've made my mind up about the smuggling investigation. We already have some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching. What proof do you have that the Union is involved? It's no coincidence that lorries are stranded there like that, is it? Or why didn't you come to the... I'm curious. Yeah, why didn't you come to the RCM earlier? Why wait for Union trouble and an inquisitive cop?
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Interesting.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
Interesting. Yeah, we have to investigate the drug trafficking. We have to test the product too. You know, it could just be talcum powder. You can't just point fingers. What proof do you have that the Union's involved?
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
Interesting.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However...
Man, the power of monopoly. Now, I mean, again, if these guys are actually shipping materials to make drugs, then great, I'm glad they were able to stop it. But, you know, the ability to completely hold an entire industry, in this case a union, hostage.
This is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
She looks north.
Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Okay, well, we already have some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching. This is getting darker.
The two might even be connected.
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
Whoa, Papa, whoa. I said we have to test the drugs too. What do you think I meant, man? What do you think I meant? We gotta make sure it's actual product. What do you think I meant? I'm curious. She obviously she knows something, right? But she could just be faking the connection here, or implying. She didn't say that they're connected, but she's trying to like what's it called? Like incept these thoughts into our minds. So when we're having these conversations, we might get influenced by these conversations we've had with her. I don't like it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
All right, I made up my mind about the smuggling investigation.
Yes?
We'll take this case, probe the drivers, see what it yields. Like Kim said, right? We'll observe. We don't have to tell her anything until she shares information first.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
I just saw your message out. A lot of peer pressure coming from her. Holy crap. Yeah, plenty of peer pressure. God. While she's trying to keep up her appearances of not knowing too much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. BM, glad you could join in today, and thanks for the remembering for 19 months. That is absolutely wild. Howdy, right back at you, folks. If you got them, throw up those E's, throw up those flags to celebrate the remembering of BM. 19 months, man. That's absolutely wild. Thank you for the support month after month, year after almost year. Fair to say now. Appreciate it greatly, bud. Like I say always, really help support the channel and keep all this stuff viable and possible. So appreciate it greatly. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. There we go. Throw up those flags, folks. Throw up those E's. You seem rich, can I have some? Yeah, I always get tempted by that, but again, I don't think it's very superstar-like to ask for money. There we go. Love to see it. Love to see it. You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in. Look, I think I've had enough conversation with her for now. That's all for now. Let's go and investigate.
Detective. Take care.
Let's go and investigate this drug ring that supposedly exists. Get it? Drug ring, because it's a roundabout. Come on. Let's see what's going on over there, and then we'll come back to her. I will come back to this door afterwards as well. I want to try and feel like I'm an actual, okay, I've got a lead. I got to follow that lead up, see how far it takes me. We'll come back afterwards and investigate the door, go upstairs. But I forget who it was, if it was rhetoric or what it was, but someone said time is of the essence. So I wonder just how much changes, because the clock is constantly ticking, and I am quite curious as to what changes between day and night, if anything.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Let's pick up the radio. Let's call in for our badge.
And the soft.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
Oh man, can you imagine failing that and not knowing what to say? 10-4, Station 41. I've got an urgent business. Over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reporting in, over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
I'm in dire need of financial assistance. I'm gonna go with, I need to report my badge missing. Let's start with business.
10-9, over.
My badge. I can't find it anywhere, basically. It's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 1022 the captain. Over.
Yes, I completely understand what you're saying.
Is it him? What does he want?
Oh, wow, okay.
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
I'm just gonna say nothing.
Who lost his badge?
Who's this Chester guy?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Oh, God, he says, fighting off laughter. Just a bunch of pricks I work with, apparently. You can fail that? Oh, man, that's good.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Yeah, I know who Dick Mullen is.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
So again, authority can be a dangerous one, where if you feel like your authority is being questioned, it sends you down dangerous paths. Come on, operator, tell them to stop, this is serious, or haha, officer has lost his badge, haha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. Or can we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with. No, I'm gonna mock them. Haha, officer has lost his badge, haha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Hey, screw you, Jules.
Oh god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
This whole interaction is amazing. I'm making it worse. That really sounds 100% like this guy. Look at him.
Mullen dicked us.
Come on, operator, tell him to stop. This is serious.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious.
I am making this worse.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vikmar concurs, losing your badge is serious. Over.
Hey, can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it. God damn it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
No, I want you to send me a new one, damn it.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
God damn it.
What's going on?
God damn it.
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
This whole conversation. Could you all please just stop saying lost his badge for a moment? Enough with this now. I have other things to discuss. Yeah, time to put my foot down. Show that authority, right?
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Jesus Christ, these guys.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
The room roars with laughter.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Oh my god, am I really the butt of all jokes with these guys? God damn, that's depressing.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh no! I don't have my gun?
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on.
Oh no!
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Just a medium check convinced them that you didn't lose your gun. Oh my goodness. If I say nothing, they'll know. I gotta try. 58%'s not that bad. Let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Here we go.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And then it becomes it.
No, of course I didn't lose my gun. Oh boy.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over.
I love it. I love to hear him say we're glad to hear you've not lost your gun as track down your gun pops up on screen. Beautiful. Listen, you know what? I've had enough harassment. 10-10. Transmission completed. Standing by. Over. I'm gonna end the call here. Find my gun, find my badge. I'm not going to talk to him about my financial situation.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Goddamn. That did not go how I planned or intended. I feel like I need to find my badge before I question some of these like truck drivers and stuff, or lorry drivers as the game puts it. Yeah, so many Britishisms, and yet some of the spelling throws me off. Maybe I'll just stumble across it down the line. Miracles happen. Yeah, I feel like it has to be a miracle. What about my gun? Someone must know something about your lost firearm. Maybe a district authority, like someone high up in the union, or someone local who saw you with it before you passed out. The worldling's absent bartender. You could also ask the local pawn shop. Okay, start with the pawn shop. I feel like Sylvie's not the right person to reach out to right off the bat. I have no idea where I am though. Like, where would one go finding a pawn shop in a downtrodden town like this? Go further down the road first. I've spoken to this person, got the gloves off of them. Don't know who this guy is. Leave him be for now. What do we have here? Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Fair enough. And up over here. Closed for winter. Please use main entrance. I haven't seen that before. Another magazine stall or something. For workers just like you, let us in. What do we have here? Huge little protest assembling over here. I thought the roundabout was this way. Have I led myself astray? I might have. What do we have here? Foreign car kept in good condition. Looks quite nice. Oh, these are the lorries. Okay, they don't look like regular trucks. Okay, fair enough. All right, so I guess I got to talk to those guys causing a ruckus up top there. No need for a badge. Just talk to people like a person, not a cop. I guess. A bold slogan. Human ox covers the truck. It's not important, I don't think. Watch, it becomes the most important thing. But yeah, true. I can pretend to just be a person. Probably would work better when speaking to people moving like ingredients for drugs around.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
This is impressive. The fact that this is standing in this horrible balance. Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
What a line of kings. The Squanderer, the opulent, the insane. What a line of kings. This will bite you in the ass later. Oh, you mean you'll be bashed by this forever? Oh dear Lord. I'm curious if that conversation with the station comes back. But pawn shop sounds. Yeah, I could have pawned my gun for more PartyElite substances. That is true. I feel like I myself went to the pawn shop and pawned my gun. We'll try this. Heard Crater Story from Renee gives us a +1. High chance of success. Watch, we fail this.
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol.
You know, this does sound like a fun Crusader Kings playthrough, just being the most opulent, terrible kings back to back to back.
His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
Sergio, thanks for dropping by, buddy. Hope you had a good time. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Hope you have some good plans and a good time. Thanks for coming through, and thanks for the good luck with the badge, the gun, and the communism. I'm sure it'll all go well. Encyclopedia and perception are great skills for a first playthrough. Yeah, I felt that way, especially about Encyclopedia. Good to know about perception too, but Encyclopedia helps just contextualize everything, yeah. Well, how did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
I mean, this is the kind of stuff that makes you set up, what are they called? Oh god, why is the word escaping me right now? Guillotines, there we go. I would like to sleep on gold, hustler style. The king is the king and he can do anything. Wait, really, there's no way that's true, or a deplorable farce, no wonder everything went to shit. Now, I would like to sleep on gold, hustler style.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now? Excuse me.
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Amazing. Alright, hold on. I mean, I know what nose candy is, but go on. Enlighten me.
Cocaine.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
I love it. So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
Alright, where is he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
And what happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
I wonder what would have happened if we investigated this before we had that conversation with like Renee and stuff, where if we'd come in a bit more informed and educated, you know, if that had gone differently. Very curious. Either way, who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
Yeah, that sounds like art.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
Oh, I like that a lot. That's brilliant. So funny and nihilistic. Again, conceptualization is one of our strong suits, right? So definitely vibing with this.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists.
Ah, whatever. Old people with their old thoughts and old ways. They don't know what's hip. They don't know what's disco.
Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
That's a cool bit of insight. That is a pretty cool bit of insight. What's wrong with a little cocaine addiction? Oh, nothing. That's what helps you sleep on gold. That's what makes it so comfortable. Oh yeah, there's a lot to investigate. I keep forgetting to hold down tab. What do we have here? What do we have here? White tank top, +1 to physical instrument. What do we have on right now? Just a shirt, +1 conceptualization, -1 suggestion. Don't think I mean, again, our physique is our weakest thing, but I like having that +1 to conceptualization on hand. If I do swap it in, hold on. Oh wow, that's certainly a look, man. That's certainly a look. But no, I think we'll keep the shirt on for now. Tank top, gym vest, reeking of sweat. The sleeveless shirt is the best choice if you're not afraid to show off your masculine upper body and that hairy chest. Odd. Alright, we've got a box of stuff over here as well. Ooh, don't mind if I do. I need all the money I can get. I'm so broke. Who's this? Alone over here. Why are you not participating in the shouting?
Small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
I don't think an ambrotype is a real world thing, right? I'm not familiar with the term ambrotype.
It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead.
It was worth a shot. I can snap my fingers in front of her, or I can, excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions. Yeah, snap my fingers.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap my fingers twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality. Are you alright, ma'am? You are out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
She adds with contempt. Well, where else would you be then?
Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro.
Yeah, okay. Another new name to get in our minds. The ambrotype, also known as a collodion positive in the UK, is a positive photograph on glass made by a variant of the wet plate collodion process. Okay, that's not a process I'm familiar with, and I'm familiar with quite a few. Interesting. I will look that up afterwards. Thank you.
Until you came along, that is.
Who is this Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
She shows you the photograph in a lavish amber frame.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines.
She leans back, savoring the world she's conjured up.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
So I take it you were in Mesk when you were young.
Someone was.
She nods as though her meaning were perfectly clear. Someone? Are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not?
That's a little concerning.
They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
What the hell? What? Okay, right. I have some other questions for you. Police questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard.
There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
There was a pair of boots that was a little bit lighter, right? There was a woman involved. That's an assumption. Could be a lighter man or a woman. Show me the soles of your boots. Gotta go with that gut instinct.
Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff?
Please, help me out here. It's important.
Please? I think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro. You are not Gabriel. Gabriel doesn't say please.
Wow. At least she raises her boot, but good to know. True. I guess I should be more gruff.
She's wearing sturdy workers' boots made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole is also made of leather.
Now the other one, please.
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now, there was a real man.
There is no aberration in the pattern that you can see. She puts her foot down. Fair enough.
Moreover, the boots were size 37. Tiny. There are too many discrepancies in all this.
Alright, so she's not involved. Fair enough. Papa's asking Oi Party, random question related to the other conversation held in Discord. Are you by any chance a Rammstein fan? I seem to remember that you are, but not entirely. 100%, man. 100%. Huge fan. They're actually coming to Montreal in next month, and I'm if everything works out, I might actually be able to go and check them out. A huge Rammstein fan. I've been to one of their concerts. I've listened to like all their albums religiously. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Sorry, but yes, so no reason to believe she was actually involved in any way. But she does have workers' boots.
Another discrepancy, although not boot-related, is the coronation of His Innocence Franco Negro, which happened 500 years ago.
It's more important. Turn to Kim. She's not Odd Soul. These are not the boots that made the prince.
I could have told you that from just looking at them.
Bro.
A size is 37.
Come on. Then why didn't you?
The feet of a little girl, they fit well on the pedals.
Pedals, okay. What are you hauling? What are you hauling? I still don't really understand this whole boyadero thing. Before I came, you seemed away. You seemed like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs. Yep, that's true. Let's make some more conversation with her before we ask some of the more serious questions. Still don't really understand this whole boyadero thing.
Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
The boyadero, boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Mesk. He is a rugged individualist and explorer.
Okay, what's that?
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
And I'm guessing that doesn't happen.
Of course not. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
Think I see where this is going.
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Maigret. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
It's a beautiful song, nods solemnly.
The most beautiful. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
I actually like the sound of this song. I wish it were real. It's one of those dark, morbid songs. I like it. Natalie, thanks for coming through today. I hope you have yourself a wonderful rest of your Friday and enjoy your weekend as well. Hope to catch you on Monday when we're back with Crusader Kings. Glad you can make it today. Have yourself, like I said, a beautiful day and weekend. And maybe I'll catch you in the Discord after as well. Papa, oh, you got to see them a couple days ago. Oh, that's awesome. Oh man, so lucky. Do they still do the thing where they fire fireworks over the mosh pit, and then they come back and explode right in front of the stage? I love that. That's probably one of my favorite moments. That and the giant metal wings. All right. Before I came, you seemed away.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
Kim, everyone's a suspect.
So he doesn't think she's a smuggler.
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Wait, why is that, Lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But connected to this woman tuning out like that.
Should you drive a lorry if you get like that?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will. Lomonosov's Land, Udajnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain.
She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge.
The Transcatalia Magistral. You for 1A. Adestradas du Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the bluebirds fly.
She opens her eyes again and shudders. I'm something of an expert in blacking out. You should take better care of yourself. They should be reported to the proper authorities, or cool. Ride until you're dust, sister. I feel like she'd like that. Cool. Ride until you're dust, sister.
Irmao. I already am dust.
One more thing. You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I say? what I feel. The great adversary. No drugs can compare.
Ooh. Where could I get my hands on an experience like that?
If you don't know,
She flicks her wrist in a gesture of casual dismissal.
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs. Just go straight for it. Just like dive in there. Oh man. I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs.
why would I want to do that?
I don't know. The thrill of the criminal lifestyle.
Loman, what in the name of God are you talking about?
I think she's got nothing. Alright, fine. Let's change the subject.
Good. I don't care about drugs. Little molecules, they are nothing.
She glances wistfully at the photo. Thank you for now.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
Her voice trails off. Alright, fair enough. A dead end. I mean, Kitsuragi saw that. Wish he'd mentioned something sooner.
A Stars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie.
Who drives these?
Not many people outside of Grad. And Revachol West, too, it appears.
Ah, Kim's gonna be so mad at me. Hey, Kim, check us out.
A Stash Ryko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
Hold on, maybe I can impress him. Do I know what happened last time? Ooh.
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue. The colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white. The colors of the Stars Ryko.
Oh, do I take the risk? Take the gamble? Let me guess what happened last time, Kim. Blue and white are the colors of Zimsk. Someone painted it, got Zimsk mad, and boom, murder happened.
That's, well, yes,
Ooh.
exactly it, more or less. Except it was a crowd of them. Tore him out of the vehicle and ran him over with his own tires. They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The Zhimsk community protested the trial, flying the colors. 5,000 came to protest.
Jesus.
Correction. 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
God, I hate to correct you, Kim, but only 4,395 people were at that protest. No. Who are the Zhimsk community? Were they sentenced the killers to? Could our hangman have been the driver of this car? Before we proceed, I've got an opinion on this paint job. Yeah, I got an opinion on everything, man.
Yes, detective?
I think it looks better brown and black.
Okay. I'm not going to honor kill anyone over this. But I've seen it blue and white. It's much better that way.
Damn it. Oh, no. I was hoping I could go back and continue that conversation. Alright, it is what it is. What do we have here? Please, I'll come on halftime. Work night shifts. This guy's a weak link. Can't speak to him, though. The lorry's probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. Fair enough, fair enough. Only one person I can speak to here? Ooh, and some coins. Hold on. I've got my priorities in order. You're not debitors, you're criminals! Behind me, on the topic of being criminals. This belongs to me now. Got a bin over here as well. I should really hold tab down more often. And some magnesium for my morale. Let's go ahead and up my morale. Now I've got 2. Might as well stay topped up as best as possible when possible. Let's see what's going on over here. Let's see what this ruckus is about. Is this that 8-foot, 7-foot individual? He doesn't look tatted up.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Scabs. Alright, fair enough. The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man his size. Scabs are people that work despite there being a strike. They kind of weaken the impetus and the power of a strike because, you know, the people that are being striked against are able to find alternative workers, and so the strike loses some of its leverage. Alright, I am the law. What's going on here? Looks like too much trouble for my taste. Nah, what's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
AK Laser, thanks for that heads up. Going top to bottom is probably a good idea. Fair enough, fair enough. You can hold right click to highlight stuff. Oh, right click. Okay, I just hold tab down. Alright, the broad-shouldered alpha male... Sorry, I can't read that unironically. The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay. Then yes. What are you gonna do about it? Probably punch me and kill me.
Ha! Couldn't handle us. Cause gives the workers strength, gives them power. We have a right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of a cause are we talking about? I don't think I've chosen any sides yet. Regardless, I have some questions for you. What kind of cause are we talking about here?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden. The tone of voice bland and uninspired. Almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
That's what I felt like hearing the voice acting. It's interesting. It's well done. I don't think I've chosen any sides yet, buddy.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
Jesus, this guy doesn't have an off switch. Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scab.
Loitering man hollers in return. That's call me mañana. I want to get into the harbor too. What is a strike? Who are all these strike breakers? Looking around. What exactly is your goal here? Now, who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
Alright, what exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the entrance.
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel.
Now that's behind those gates of the docks that we actually want to go to, not just the piers that we were at earlier, but where some of these dock workers might actually be. So we got to get there too.
And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
Right, that's the 7-footer. Okay, how bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Well, why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
Jesus.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw, a perfect, lightly bearded square wedge. Okay, well, I want to get into the harbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike.
Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here, behind the hostel cafeteria there. He might know something.
I know nothing about a murder.
Oh, he definitely knows something. He definitely knows something. Absolutely nothing?
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
I don't know.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity.
Let us work!
I'm just gonna leave you now. You keep at it there, buddy. You keep at it. Let's see what this Call Me Mañana guy has to say.
Scab?
Asks the man with jolly eyes tilting his head.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
I'm gonna ask just so in character I know what a scab is, I guess, and also it might give me some XP, I guess. What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Okay, fine. I like his definition better than the one I gave earlier. Fair enough. Hold on. Where do they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
Oh, Jesus. You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mass, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Big guy. He means the leader of the scabs.
I'm not a scab. I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money." Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I've come to Martinez investigating a murder. I need to know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring. I'm a bit short on money right now. We can just ask everybody for money. That's hilarious. This is just going around basically panhandling. I've come to Martinez investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
You're right. It's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure it'll never get it solved. No. I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it.
Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
Okay, that's very insightful. I guess that's all the questioning down that line. All right, fine. So I need to know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
He gazes over the roundabout with a glint of longing. Well, does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
Oh, man.
If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
Yeah, that's simple. I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past Measurehead.
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him.
Right.
Then press the button to unlock the door.
Uh-huh.
Then go past him again.
Okay.
And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
So, you're saying it's actually quite difficult?
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation.
I don't think so.
Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Well, has anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Well, have any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Got it. Okay, another thing.
Sure.
Well, what's the strike about anyway? Let's get their opinion on it, because we heard from the other lady from the Pines, right? Let's get an inside opinion.
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Okay, not very insightful. Yeah, I don't think I could take him on in a physical confrontation either, no. Bovan REC, thank you very much for subscribing. And I think earlier I must have missed Renner Lima as well. Thank you for subscribing. If you're enjoying the show again, folks, you know what to do. Let me know down below. Hit that like button. It really makes a big difference whether you're watching live or you're watching the VOD. Just lets me know what I should keep doing on the channel and how I should go about doing it.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
All right, good to know. Nice talk. Got to get moving. All right, I'm very uncertain. Let's go ahead and see what that is, because I notice it's very possible that some of these clues and things give us like conversation points, like points of conversation. It says GRIH. Okay, that I can tell you that without having to click on that. Now I'm not gonna get past this guy, but hopefully there's something up here worth actually exploring. A notice: in case of a strike, press button behind guard. Okay. A hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking this one. Alright, fair enough. We can speak to the 70s guy, I suppose. Nobody comes close to... Oh, Measurehead is a powerful man, she says. Measurehead's amazing. The greater Revachol industrial hardware. Measurehead makes all men quiver. Oh, okay. I guess he's just got a bunch of groupies? Is that what this is? I think so. And he's the only one we can talk to over here. Worth a shot. Got a quick save, because got a bad feeling about this.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Wow. The young woman at the giant's side agrees. Say nothing, size him up first. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? My body does not betray any degeneracy. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor. I don't think he'd like that. We don't have time to get into this now. Okay, now I'm gonna size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, I'm Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me.
Just gonna puff out my chest a little. Not gonna say anything, just a little.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
He looks down at you, taking stock of your physique.
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic. And you feel your blood pressure rise.
Yeah, that didn't go so well.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend.
Jesus Christ.
This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jesus Christ, that's not going so hot, is it?
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
So mean. What do you mean? My body does not. My body is unimportant. No, my body does not betray my degeneracy. My body is my degeneracy.
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
I don't have a problem with Al-Ghul. I just drink a little on the weekends.
Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al-Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself remains. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the Ham Sandwich race is waning.
Oh god, okay, so first let me make this clear. I'm not drunk, I'm a cop. I just have a drink every now and then. Everyone does. Or, I'm the police and I need you to comply now. Take a step closer. It sounds risky, or the race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please. No, I know what's gonna, if I say 3, he's gonna be like, no, the race stuff is always important, blah, 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 blah. I'm the police, and I need you to comply now.
Jerking motions. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
Jesus Christ, this guy.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Jesus Christ. Listen, there's nothing wrong with a potato obsession.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
I love that he's in the background of her portrait.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Alright, so I can ask him. I can tell him I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back. I can push him out of the way, which, I mean, come on, let's be real. You're right about all this. Now I just need you to let me get into the harbor, or this is going nowhere. Oh boy. Oh yeah, he's an excellent parody. Alright, come on. I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
Okay, yeah, you're right about all this. Now, I just need you to let me go into the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
Jesus Christ, man.
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Sky.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Meshahed's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
Wouldn't that mean I have to become a Seminese supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
Become an advanced racist? What the hell? I should have pushed him. He would have respected that more. I think he would have respected it, but then he would have probably tossed me over this bridge. I think that would have been the death of me. Alright, okay. I think I could try conceptualizing this. I have a high chance of success. But maybe we should try and understand his people a bit more and his stance a bit more first before we try to subscribe to his advanced race theory. Now, I'm only floating that because it says we could reject the findings. I'm curious if that'll actually happen. The chance of knocking him out is extremely low. Now, what are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures towards the lorryman down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you? Or, you're right, that's craniometric perfection. My race doesn't stand a chance. I'm gonna say nothing. Let him keep yammering. Learn as much as I can, right?
Your silence betrays your inferiority. You do not have a reply. You should enter a deep race slumber. Perhaps In 4,000 years, there is need for a servile homunculus.
Servile homunculus. Dude, the writing in this game just keeps amazing. Okay, you serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you. Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Boy, my jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam.
Al Ghul.
Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
I literally said we're a little punk rock not like an hour ago, so kind of. It's true, I'm a rock and roll star and a rebel. Youth culture does not affect my thinking, or I've gotten it from disco, actually. I mean, it is Disco Elysium, but no, it's true. I'm a rock and roll star and a rebel.
Rock and roll is moribund. Only Koikos listen to it anymore. There is no life left in it. My people abandoned it long ago. It leads only to neurodegenerative herpes and heroin overdoses.
Sounds like a good time, buddy.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Okay, I'll ask. Who are the Seminoles?
The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulembuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
I'm just gonna smile and nod here, pretend to understand. If I understand him incorrectly, he's just gonna continue his hatred of me. So yeah, understood.
Good.
Kim, what do you think about this?
I don't think anything about this. We are wasting our time having this conversation.
Kim, you think everything's a waste of time?
Your pedomorphic friend is right. You should leave here with your tail between your legs, contemplating race extinction. I am an immovable obstacle.
I love the cheering that comes right after that statement. Edward Rella, thank you very much for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the show. If you are, again, you know what to do. Let me know down below. Hit that like button. I could try. I mean, I'm probably going to succeed in subscribing to his advanced race theory. You have PhD in racism, was it? I saw it in chat. How is it hate speech if I love saying it? Oh my god, Raphael. I might. God, that's pretty priceless. How is it hate speech if I love saying it? Jesus. I really hope I'm able to, like, quote unquote reject this after my attempt here is to try and get level with him so he does me this favor, but I hope I don't actually have to permanently subscribe to this weird line of thinking he's got going on. Let's go for it. Let's try it.
Go ahead. Don't be shy. Just ask for race secrets.
Oh no, that is not a role I wanted to fail. I'll better not say anything on this topic. Okay, I need some of that race stuff in my brain. Sock it to me. I want to learn this race theory of yours so that we can become friends. Try to smile pathetically. Nah, I'm not pathetic. None of these feel very superstar, I'll be honest. If one of them did, I'd click it, but none of these feel right. So no, better not say anything on this topic. I was already pretty hesitant.
That's understandable. Jean-Luc Measurehead is a sage and an intellectual giant of race theory. Who are you, handmaiden of Al Ghul?
I didn't expect my own ability to conceptualize to insult me, but alright, let's go ahead and leave. Where's the autosave? I definitely can't get past him, right? I definitely can't get past him. We have not figured out more about the pill yet. No, we have not. Save and try to knock him out.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
I'm about to let this go, buddy. Here we go. Come on. That looks like a failure.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
I'm a cop.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
No, I won't fucking say anything. Whoa, dude straight up kills you. What? I was expecting 1 damage at most, but I'm dead. Fortunately, or unfortunately, however you want to put it, there's the bug, right? So we can't actually die. Instead, we're stuck in this limbo, and the constant cracking of our wrists. Jesus. All right, let's load that quick save. That did not go. That did not go very well. I didn't expect he would. It's interesting that an ongoing conversation. I don't think upping our endurance with no, this is physical instrument. It's not endurance, so that's not even going to help with the fight. All right, yeah, as expected. As expected, dude's a bit too strong for us to take on, so we're at a bit of an impasse with him. I wonder where we can go next, though. I guess we could go through that door that we skipped out on earlier, like at the pier, or yeah, I didn't see anybody down here who I could speak to. Oh, actually, no. There was that one guy who's hanging out at the front of all the lorries. We could speak to him, right? Just trying to think where we could go next to get a little bit further. Because how do I speak to the boss if I can't get into the harbor? I don't know if I've missed something in terms of where I need to go. Corpse time? I don't think we'd. I don't think we're in a spot to pass that yet. Oh yeah, you're right. Right clicking does help. And it's a lot more convenient. We got this guy we can speak to. I don't think he's a... He looks like he just runs the stand out over here. I was thinking about this guy down here. He might know something, right? Save again, so we don't have to travel again. Let's try it.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions towards a sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
He glances south, down the road. So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes and mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers.
So tell me, what do you need?
Care to spare some change for a working stiff? Again, I could just ask everybody for money, it seems. Tell me more about this strike. Know anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel there? Point at the yard. What are you hauling anyway? You seem like a man who knows about drugs. What are you hauling anyway? That seems like a regular conversation, like a, you know, normal thing to say after him talking about being stuck in the roundabout.
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Book him, Kim. Cuff him.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Nah, you're under arrest. No, Wicked, I've always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
That's your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
You're damn right I am.
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
That a Fallon A6 you got there?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
Could I get one of those Fallon tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Alright, so nothing illegal then.
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Right, I had another question.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
You know anything about the dead man? The one that's hanging behind the hostel there?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Jesus Christ. Alright. Tell me more about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in or out.
Well, what's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Well, what do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Well, anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you, though.
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road towards the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Oh, 17% chance of success on this empathy roll. What do I see in his eyes?
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
My man, I want to know about your soul.
Cool. We all want to know each other's woes and all. But people, man, they have slippery souls.
Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It is possible the yelling didn't help.
I feel like it wouldn't have worked out either way, but that was the most in-character choice. That was the most in-character choice. We can come back to him. I'm good for now. Good talk. He doesn't seem involved with the whole drug thing. He doesn't know too much about the body back there, so we'll
Don't be a
leave him.
stranger.
I'm wondering if we need to pull out the bolt cutters and start exploring a bit deeper, digging a bit further into some of the stuff over here. But I'm not 100% sure what to do. I'm sure the answers will come to me when we return with a fresh mind and a fresh eye, though. Next time, folks, this is where we're going to call this session. It's been a good one. We made a lot of progress, spoke to a lot of people, have certainly got our bearings a bit more as well with regards to what's going on in Revachol and what the situation, the greater situation is outside of just this one single murder. But yes, this is the end of our stream today, folks. We've been going for about 3 hours time. If you had a good time, make sure to hit that like button on your way out. As always, it really just helps me know what I should keep doing on the channel, what I should pick up the pace on, slow down, etc., as I hit that quick save button, because I will forget otherwise. And on that note, as you know, always, I just want to say a huge thanks to all of y'all for joining in today. Hope again you had a good time. I will be hopping onto the Discord in a little bit and just hanging out for a bit. I should be, like I said, with the Steam Summer Sale on now and my video for it having released, which you can find on the channel. I've got some great recommendations that you might be interested in. I have at least some time now to relax a little bit, and I definitely want to spend it chilling and vibing a bit more. So if you're not already in the Discord, don't hesitate to join in there as well. Link is in the description down below. I'll see you there shortly after the stream. I'll take a couple minutes and then I'll dive in. But I had a good time here. This game continues to impress and instigate. I don't know. It's got me thinking. I'm curious where things go next, and I hope y'all are curious as well to see how this party moves onward. Wickles there dropping the Twitter and Discord links in the chat there. Don't hesitate to follow me on Twitter, and again, as I said, join the Discord. Like I said, fantastic place. As Papa Nurgle said, the Discord rules. It indeed does, folks. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed your Friday morning, afternoon, evening with me, whatever it may be. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday, and I hope you enjoy the weekend if I don't catch you, elsewhere. Otherwise, I will see some of y'all on Monday for the Crusader Kings Let's Play. That one's gonna get wild, as well, as we probably fight another massive war or two next session. That'll be Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern, and we're of course back with Disco Elysium Friday next week at 10 a.m. Eastern, same time as today, as always. Of course, no session is truly done until I give a massive thanks to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel month after month, year after year. Thank you all so very much for the support. As always, it really means a tremendous deal, and it helps a tremendous deal as well, so thank you so very much. And of course, a big old thanks to each and every one of y'all for watching. As I say always, if it wasn't for all of y'all, this wouldn't be. So thank you all so very much. On that note, have yourselves a beautiful day, beautiful weekend, and I'll catch you next time. Till then, cheers.